then there's the understanding it and trying to see where we're going and maybe make some things happen. In between is the emotions, right? But up here, that, and then let's try to do this. That's the masculine energy. It comes next, comes second. So how is Jehovah credited with the creative of the cosmos? Because it's the creative energy, and it's the one that's kind of more consciously focused on expand. The feminine energy is more turned inward. It's there, but it doesn't have to boast about it. And if you're talking about praying to a god, Sophia is there as an actual entity, because you can't just be an abstract being. Beingness is a real thing. So there's a little vision that's possible. Gnostics have versions of it that involve all this twisted, I want to say twisted, ulterior motives. Where do these ulterior motives come from? Where do primal beings get off being jealous or, oh, come on, man, you're already adding so much stuff that happens much later. The original energies that are coming into being are inward, blissful, fuzziness, warmth, until it's full and you feel great and you release it in a bliss wave. I'm actually doing the creation myth vision to some extent. That's Sophia. Three-sided paradoxical structure captures some of the energy instead of the two-sided one that the quantum whatever, hey, background burbles, not verbals, two-sided. And then there's a three-sided one that actually captures some of the energy. That's Sophia. It happens once. This cosmos is perfect because it happens once and it comes from life and it serves life. And how does it become the material plane? That was my goddamn question. I said, okay, let's assume that I'm going to accept that who I am is spirit. How does it become a material plane? Three-sided paradox is the cornerstone. And then it goes through the transition that's a feminine being. And after her bliss, she releases it, and that turns into, I'm alone. You don't anthropomorphize it too much, but it's a gut feeling and a sensuousness, and it's a being there. You can't just have this as an abstract energy. That's a perspective, and it's an ego, and it's feminine, and we're calling her Sophia, and she maybe can incarnate occasionally because you have at a certain point, even Sophia, when she's looking out there, looking out is a masculine kind of energy, and you have to focus to see out there. That's focused is masculine. So the second energies are like releasing, and eventually that gets freaky. There's nothing out there. There's fear and loneliness, and that becomes a scary energy. And then that releases quicker. She goes back in